Okay. All right. Yes, sir. Let's see if everything's working properly. Yeah, still not so much. Still not so much. Very interesting. Let's see. Well, I mean, yeah. Yeah. I don't freaking know. Let's see. Yeah. I want that. Oh. Oh boy. Oh jeez. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Doesn't look right. Something's wrong. It's broken. It's freaking broken. That's all right. No worries, no worries, no worries, no worries. It's broken. It's no good. Now I might be alone. Oh, we got people. All right. Felix, what's up? Richard, what's going on? Professor. Oh, boy. What a day. What a day, right? I'm not sure how long you guys have been awake, but it has been a day. It's been a night and it's been a day. And both very long. Hang 10, Marcos. Hang 10. Yes, sir. So, in light of the Binance news about regulations in the United States and what they can and what they can't do, which opens up the door to their DEX. You see how it all falls in line here? These aren't stupid people. Hector, what's up? Nice move today, BTC. Tell me what's going to happen on that resistance tonight. You're looking at it, man. These are my thoughts. That is my thought. You see all those arrows? That's my plan. Oliver, what's up? Disclaimer, I am already short on the corn. Already short. All right, so targets were hit right here. So on Coinbase, 86.75, BitMEX, different. All other exchanges are a little different here and there. There are exchanges that will allow you to use leverage trading. Still in America, very nice. Yeah, if you're on one of those and you have the opportunity, that is what I did based off of this pattern. Now, the pattern isn't, how do I put this? It's not confirmed yet. Kind of need this candle to close in the next 12 minutes, but that would be confirmation. So that's good. Invalidation can come, and of course that 885 will no longer be an 885 once I move it up to the wick. Right, it's certainly going to change it, which gives less less quality to the pattern, if that makes sense. All right. So we shall see. So Elliott Wave guys saying this is leg D of fourth wave drop to 8K, then fifth wave top. Saying that this is leg D of the fourth wave drop of the fourth wave. Leg D of the fourth wave. Fourth wave. Drop to 8K. Then a fifth wave top. Top to what? Wall Banger, what's up? Wall Banger, what's up? Yeah. Sure. If that's what the Elliott Wave guys are saying, then that's what the Elliott Wave guys are saying. It's cool. Maybe we go down to 8K. That would be perfectly fine with me. That would be a 618 of this pattern move, 79.54. I'm cool with that. Wave 4 is a triangle. Top to 9.5, 10K. Okay, yeah. Yeah, 10K is everybody's radar, from what I could tell. Based off of nothing. Sorry. Literally based off of nothing. 10K is psychological, right? It's a psychological barrier. It's a nice big round even number. You know, it's 2 digits. I think that's why 10K is a big deal. Coming up in 17, right? Everybody thought 10K, 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 and it like price barely did anything. I mean, like nobody cared. You know what I mean? It was weird. It's like nobody, just nobody cared. You know, so everybody was expecting this huge move, and you know, in the end, right? They sort of got nothing. But let's take a look at that. 17, the end of 17. Over here. Let's go to the daily. Of course, I messed it all up, didn't I? Sure did. What did you do? Oh my God, what did you do? Let's see. October. No. All right. June. September. October. Right. Okay. I don't remember doing these, but like, just look past them for now. So this is the big 10K monstrosity that everybody was so afraid of. 10K. This is what happened. 2 days of spinning tops, and then you just continued on. Like it was nothing. It's just literally nothing. Expecting this kind of pullback, right? Expecting that and getting what they got, you know, is kind of like, oh, okay. 30%, right? That was a 30% rip. Now, granted, from wick to wick, right, it made some moves, 25%. But it didn't close there, right? You got to remember, like, people back then weren't, like, trading. Well, I mean, some people were, don't get me wrong. A majority of people were not trading. They just had it. And it was just doing stuff, like making them a ton of money if they sold it. 0.13%, $13 down. 0.33%, $32 down, and then the next day they got $1,000, 10% candle. So, yeah, I mean that's why I say like 10K is what, if what, but just psychological. There's nothing there to support it. Now I don't know Elliott Wave. I mean they might have like some specific region or angle or size or shape or time frame or whatever that needs to land there in order for it to be validated. That I don't know. But Outside of that, as far as TA is concerned, nothing historical at 10. There's 1,000 other levels that are more important. But it is important for psychological reasons because we are humans and we are traders and we obsess over psychological stuff without even knowing it. It's weird. RSI creeping up on the 1 hour, stop loss at 86. He's gonna roll. What's the deal with Binance cutting the U.S. users? Hello to everyone. Hello, MIB. Frank, what up? Regulations. Hector, that's not Hector. Wallbanger. Regulations. I mean, it's the writing's on the wall, right? Has been for quite some time. So if U.S. cracks down on regulations, they will ban anybody from doing business with U.S. citizens. It's very simple. So because the Trade Commission does go beyond the borders when it comes to U.S. citizens, then they do have legal rights to pursue. So essentially, if your customers are U.S. customers, you have to abide by certain rules if you are in certain businesses, and this is one of those businesses. So, for the longest time, exchanges would really just get away with it because they kind of just ignore it because there was no definite classification, right? They wouldn't call it a currency. They wouldn't call it a security. They wouldn't call it an asset. They wouldn't call it a commodity. They won't give it a name, so therefore it doesn't have any rules associated with it. It's just cryptocurrency. So over the last 3 or 4 years, they've been building a case to what do you call it? Make sure they had the upper hand when it comes to regulation, right? And sadly, it's only because they want to get paid. They do not care about you or me. They never have. What they care about is getting a slice of the pie, and they need their taxes, and I get it, right? It makes sense. It's a business. So in order for foreign countries to do business with United States citizens in this market, you have to do what's called KYC, which is Know Your Customer, which means you have to identify yourself as a human being who lives in America, and therefore you are a taxpayer and you must pay your taxes. So, that being said, when dealing with trading, the exchange, they are obligated to put out the information of your trading patterns, not your patterns, your trades, right? Your total in, your total out, so that capital gains can be assessed and you can be taxed properly. Look, at the end of the day, it's just money. It all comes down to money. That's it. That's all it ever has been since the beginning of time, and that's all it ever will be. And that's fine. You just have to learn to work with it and, trade for that. Just like we absorb trading fees, you have to absorb your taxes, right? It's just part of trading. It's part of making a living. It's part of earning. So, of course, something came up with Binance. Binance is in the limelight, right? They're a large exchange. They do a lot of volume. So it was a very simple move on the United States part to say, hey, we're cracking down unless you fork over your U.S. citizens. So they said, all right, no problem. So that being said, there are a handful of coins that can be traded that are U.S. safe. All right. There's a guy on Twitter, I forget his name, but he's got a really weird avatar of like a cartoon brown, I don't know, it's like a piece of poop or like like a toad. I don't know what the hell it is, but super cool dude. and he put out a chart of essentially every U.S. safe trading pair, right? Every alt that's like safe to trade in U.S. that other U.S. exchanges have already applied to be able to trade those. So, those would essentially be the coins that you'd be able to trade on the U.S. version of Binance, right? Binance isn't going anywhere. And try to remember, I don't know where you guys live. I live in the United States. Like, people in the U.S. tend to forget that, they're not the only ones out there. I mean, as sad as that sounds, it's true. 15% is the estimated inflow of volume from the United States to Binance. 15%. I mean, that's not that that's nothing, but it's nothing. It's 15%. You know what I'm saying? You could take 15% away, never have it back, and you're still pumping along and kicking ass the whole way. You know what I mean? It'll hurt for a little bit, but that's all. So, it's not a big deal to Binance, and it's only a big deal to the rest of the world because of the sentiment, right? And people are now they're pissed. CZ's a scammer, yada yada yada, exit scam, whatever. I've heard it all today. But the deal is, 15% having an exchange is really, it's not going to slow anything down. BNB is still going to be valid. It's still going to be used as trading fees on all of their Binance versions, right? It's not just Binance.com and Binance. Whatever the SA one is. And then I think they got one in Jersey, like the country. And I don't know if Malta has their own special one, but then US is going to have their own version, right? So BNB is still going to be used. It may not be used in the US one because they would need to get it approved. So we'll see if they filed for that application or not. But like Genesis, they're based out of UK. Polo, they're based out of UK. Coinbase, they're based out of UK. And you have to take extra measures in the United States. It's just the way it works. As unfortunate as it is, it's not going to change. So let me go through the comments here. Around April 30th? No, September 12th. Richard used 100x. Will a VPN work? No, a VPN will not work because the only way to make a withdrawal on the US version is going to be through KYC. So it doesn't matter if you're logging in from whatever, Australia and trading, right? They don't care about that. It's the withdrawal. And you're not going to be able to make a withdrawal without KYC, and KYC will tell them what country you're in. So it doesn't matter where you log in from, right? They don't care. KYC, Wallbanger, know your customer. You need to send ID. Yeah, I mean, it's just like I guess you guys never got verified, but, I mean, I did, right? So you just take a picture of your driver's license, right? And you hold up a little sign that says this is for Binance, well, whatever, right? And then you're verified. It's no big, look, put it this way. If it was anything else, you would have just done it, right? But because it's crypto, because of the mindset, because of sort of what crypto kind of stands for, it goes against a lot of the beliefs that we have as a community. And, so do centralized exchanges. But here we are talking about centralized exchanges. So, there's a lot of double standards in there, but yeah, it's, you get verified. What exchange can we use? KuCoin, Huobi, Coinbase, Kraken. As far as I know, I'm not from USA. Yeah, those are all right. Huobi Pro. We'd have to take a look at that. But KuCoin, Coinbase, Kraken for sure. Genesis, Coinbase, Genesis, Polo. Magic Poop Cannon. That's him, right? It is poop. All right. Yeah. My memory's not great, but I'm like, I don't know. It's a little brown, squishy looking thing. Yeah. All right. Anyway, he put out like a really good, like a spreadsheet basically that shows you the American exchanges and what their pairs that they currently offer, which means that they're legit, right, in the U.S. to trade. And that's kind of what that means. So we could see possibly the same scenario going forward with Binance, but we don't know. They haven't released their coin pairs yet. Could we use Huobi with a VPN, or do we need a VPN? No, you don't need one. You just register an account. I live in the U.S. and the SEC and Congress will wake up soon enough and realize that the genie has escaped and that we have fallen behind. I don't know where you're headed with that, Marcos. I really don't. What is this tweet from Goomba? That's his name. About which coins are just Binance traded exchange. Okay, yeah, perfect. Thank you. The government doesn't care about anyone, but they never have. They never have. Missed the stream. Lot of arrows going down. Angel, what's up? Arrows are from yesterday. Might go down, might not. Okay, yeah. Sorry, we haven't even talked about which is fine. I'll just rap about anything. I ain't got no problem with that. Yeah, we just been talking about the news today, sort of like, what's shaking. What does it mean? So it means that volume on certain pairs is going to go down, inevitably, right? So let's just say 15% of all volume on Binance comes from the United States. Okay, so on Binance.com, right, you're not going to be able to have that volume, right? As U.S. citizens, you're not going to be able to be on that exchange and trading those pairs. So what that means is they're going to have to withdraw. So they either have to withdraw and keep the coin, the said coin, or they have to sell said coin into a U.S. friendly coin, right? And then make the transfer or make the withdrawal. Anyway, you look at it, volume needs to come out of the exchange, which means some of the pairs are going to become less liquid. Less liquid pairs equals terrible trading, right? We've seen that in the past. So, simply put, it just means that it's in my opinion, it's just a larger push towards the DEX, right? Which, to be honest, we should be trading on a DEX, right? I'm not saying Binance is DEX. I'm saying like a DEX, because it's safer, right? It's your coins in your wallet. You know what I'm saying? So, a decentralized exchange in a decentralized world only makes sense, right? We don't want to be centralized. We don't want to be the banks. The banks have destroyed this world from the second they became banks. We don't want that, right? We're not looking to destroy the world. We're looking to rehab it after the damage has been done. So all that being said is, if you're trading on a DEX, that's more crypto, right, than trading on a centralized exchange. The problem is liquidity, right? You can't trade on a DEX if you're trading with yourself. There's just nobody there. So it's like put it this way, right? You could go into a Walmart. Right. And I, look, for the record, I don't like Walmart. Right. You can go into a Walmart and you can find just about anything for cheaper. Right. Same name, same brand, same everything. It's just cheaper. Or you could go down to your local gas station or like Walgreens or CVS or whatever you guys have that's like a little local tiny mart, and pay twice the price with half the selection. So why, right? Your hand is forced to go into the place that you have the most opportunities and the easiest form for the cheapest price. And that's where centralized exchanges come from. They have volume. That's all. The only thing a trader needs is liquidity, right? We need liquidity. You have to be able to buy into the trade or you're not in the trade. And more importantly, when you're in the trade, you have to be able to get out of the trade. And if there's no one to sell to and you're stuck holding that bag and you keep dropping the price and dropping the price and dropping the price and there's just nobody interested on the other side, you're just going to hold the bag, right? You're just going to have it, you know, and that's in my opinion, it is one of the most important things when it comes to trading. Easily top five. Easily top five. Because you need it, right? You need it. You can have an order in on a DEX and it could literally sit there for months. And it may never get hit. It just may never get hit. There may be no one on the other side willing to buy it. Or no one on the other side willing to sell it. You know, and therefore you wait. And you wait and you wait and you wait. Now, if you're, I don't know if you guys used to trade baseball cards, right? But like, I'm old, so I did. And baseball cards, you know, you would have like a core group of 5 friends, right? And you guys would all open up your packs of cards and you'd trade them, you know what I mean? Like 86, Donruss, Jose Canseco, like, hell yeah, you know, let's do it. And you do, right? So you trade, but you know, you get that day where you're like, I kind of want like $5 for the card. And they're like, well, you know, I'll give you 3. And you're like, yeah, nah, I'm not going to do that. So you're at a stalemate, right? That stalemate's the spread between the bid and the ask, right? That's the spread. Eventually in trading, somebody always caves, right? Or they go market buy, right? And they just destroy the books. But some weekend rolls around and you go to a baseball card convention, right? And now, instead of your 4 buddies, there's 4,000 people that are willing to take a look at your trade and maybe put an offer in. So where you were stuck trying to sell it for 5 and your best offer was 3 between 4 people, now with 4,000 people in the room, not only do you have offers all the way up to $4.99, but eventually you'll get an offer for 5 or even $5.01 if the guy next to you has just sold it for 5. Now you can raise the price because now the spot price is $5.01. You get it? That's how trading works. That's trading. Huobi has certain states you can't sign up in the U.S. Probably New York. New York is really a pain in the ass. I'm in Alabama. I can't. Roll Tide. Listen, Richard, don't speak to me come September. All right, like from September to January, we don't talk, you and me, and then in February we'll speak again. Do you have any preferred decks for now? I really don't. No, they're terrible. Sorry, they're all bad. I spent some time on a few. I did a few beta tests, ran through the numbers on a bunch of them. And, you know, as far as the platform's concerned, it's fine. These days, it's kind of hard to screw up a UI. But, you know, if it's illiquid, then you got issues, right? So if you can't, like I said, if a buyer can't sell to somebody, then we got problems. I got to look at something real quick. Sorry, I'm like in the middle of a few trades. All right. Yeah, so that's the deal, right? The UIs are okay on some of these. One of the better ones I used was most recently, right? And that was probably the Binance DEX really isn't bad. They still don't have conditional ordering, which makes me want to throw my computer through the window. But, you know, it is what it is. Crypto Bridge also started asking for KYC if you're from the USA. Yeah, I know. And Crypto Bridge really shouldn't have. because they are supposed to be a decentralized exchange. But, look, when the hammer comes down, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you're facing, I don't know, 50 years in prison and $100 million fine, like, you're probably going to cave. Whether you're right or wrong, or whether they're right or they're wrong, do you really want to be the guy dying up on that hill trying to say, like, yeah, like, I'm for the people? No. He's a business like everybody else. Every exchange out there is a business first. Business first. Right? Hate to break it down in such a cold, hard, factual way, but it's business first. They're not looking for friends, and they're not looking to help you out. They're not looking to give you conditional ordering, which should be freaking mandatory. They're not looking to do that, man. They're looking to make money. Okay? Make money first. What's the second goal? Make more money next year. You know what I mean? How can we make more money cheaper? Right? I mean, it's like the mindset of modern business, right? It used to be like, make quality products, right? And then the people will come to you, right? And the people will be willing to pay, because they know someone put their blood, sweat, and tears into a quality product. Now quality is sacrificed for cost, right? And greed has completely taken over any modern business 100%. So it's all just margins and money and spreadsheets and dividends and, did we make our quota and our mark and blah, blah, blah. Nobody gives a shit about you and me. All right? That's a fact. I don't talk facts. You guys got me in rare form today, because now we're completely off the rails here, which is fine. I'm just letting you know. So drill that into your head, because that's what's up, right? That's real talk. That's business. All right? So we are, customers on the exchange. Granted, I trade with you and you trade with me because we are traders. If I'm buying and you're selling, who knows? We might have just high-fived in the virtual cloud of the world. But the fact is, the owners, the operators, right? They are there to make money. So, make a long story short, when the big iron fist of the United States government Securities and Commissions Agency comes at you and says, well, we are going to look at your books until you cough up all your U.S. citizens or cease and desist. And that's what they did. I said, all right, no problem. No problem, bro. Couple months. We're out of here. So all U.S. will go to Binance.us instead of trading on Binance.com, which will have separate books, separate wallets, separate pairs, separate volume, right? So, it's really, it's not the end of the world. And, Binance is new. Let's be real, right? They're like 2 years old. When the same thing happened with like Bittrex. Oh, there's another one. Bittrex, Bitfinex, right? Those are both U.S. The same thing happened with Trex, man. When the hammer came down on Trex, it was like a lot of those altcoins had to go. And, everyone thought it was going to be like a big mass, like exodus and the whole 9 yards. Bittrex is still around. They trade the majors. They trade the majors. Like if we went to, we have to go here. Like, I wonder if CoinCheckup has it. Let's see for a second. If we went to here and then we looked at, just look at Bitcoin, right? Look at the markets and then look at the volume. And you'll be really surprised when you realize like who actually has the most volume, right? It ain't who you think it is. All right, so sort it by 24-hour trading volume. 470 million, OKX. Coinbene. Bitforex. Number 4 on the list with the tether pair is Binance. Okay? Far down the list here. 324, 470. You're talking over 100 and almost $50 million more on OKX. BitZ. Digifinex. HitBTC. L Bank. Down on the bottom, Huobi Pro, Coinbase, Bitfinex, all the way down here, right? And then you got Kraken, Lake, Stamp, Polo, right? Polo sticking with the majors, 5 million in trading, right? We see orders like that on MEX. One order, right, would wipe out the entire trading volume. All right. So anyway, yeah. There's a lot of markets, right? So if you were to go to another major, right, go to Ethereum. Same deal. So you go to Ethereum, markets, sorted by volume. Boom. Okay, 129 million. ZBG, OKX, LBank, Bitforex, Huobi Korea. Trading in the tether pair. Coinbean, but only on BTC pairs. 100 million. Digifinex. BGogo. Binance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 9 on the list. Binance with the tether pair. 81 million. A little bit less than half of the 130 on ZBG. All right, so, you know, it's not always as it seems. You know, there's over 200 exchanges out there. Over 200. All right. And this does open up the door for new exchanges. You know, I don't know if you guys are following the news or whatever, but Biaxi's been working behind the scenes to try to push their launch, which I believe now is Monday. But that opens up the door for U.S. customers that are like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm going to try something else, right? Because at the end of the day, why are you trading in Binance? Volume, right? So if you build volume somewhere else, where would you trade? Whoever has the volume, right? And has a decent exchange. So we'll see. I did the I don't know how you pronounce it. Biaxi, whatever. I did the beta. I went through it. Did all the fake trading and all that nonsense on there. It's fine. It's a good looking exchange. I'm impressed more with their conditional orders. That to me is the biggest selling feature. And if other people get on board with that, then I think they got a good thing going for them. Of course, they need liquid, right? So that they need people on the exchange to fill the books, so that buyers can buy and sellers can sell. So we'll see. We'll see how that one all shakes out. I believe live trading starts on Monday. So we'll see. I should probably add a link. Maybe I'll put one in the description or something. I don't know. I'll put it in the chat. For referrals. I know. It's like that weird black cloud thing you don't want to talk about. But like the way I look at it is like hook a brother up. You know what I mean? If you're gonna like register on a new account, but like someone's gonna get a kickback for it or someone's not gonna kick back for it, and then you mentally make the decision to not give someone that kickback, it's like, why? Who, like, that didn't benefit anybody. That's just, to me, that's just like kind of a dick move. Anyway, that's how I feel about it. I don't know. I'm in a a couple core groups with some friends, and like we're always sending them out. You know, whoever checks it out first and gives a review and is like, yeah, I think you guys should check this out. All right, well, I'm not logging in. till you send me your link. You know what I mean? That's just how it works. Like, friends help friends out. All right, let's see. CryptoBridge. So even at a DEX, now they have KYC, which I don't get, but I did have to complete it. Yeah, you shouldn't have to. It's really, it kind of goes against everything. What it comes down to for them is going to be operating, right? Whoever operates or hosts the site where the exchange is located at, if they're taking fees, then it's a business, right? So if they're taking fees, then they need to know who their customers are, right? So there are exchanges where there's no fees. It's super archaic, and it reminds me of like the web back in '96. But it's literally like an IP address to an IP address and a wallet to a wallet. You send, I receive, and there's a intermediate in the middle with either a smart contract or something that'll essentially handle the trade for us, the custodial. But as long as they don't take fees, and the only fees that are taken from the transaction is the gas or the fuel in order to push it to the miners, then you're all good. All right, got a 1950s Wes Westrum card. Oh, Wes Westrum. Oh my God. That was all bent up on the trade worth $50, and I traded a card worth less than $1. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Your thoughts on McAfee's statement? Or you saw that video? I haven't seen anything from McAfee in since he was shilling Sky a few months back. No, I don't know. You'd have to tell me. I don't know what the statement is. Divide and conquer. That's what they do. The left-right paradigm. Yeah. 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 I know. I get it, dude. I get it. It is what it is. Is the volume on the site legit or wash trading fun? Every exchange has fake volume. That's my opinion. I don't know for a fact. But every exchange has fake volume. Every exchange has wash trading. I mean, it's just like part of operating an exchange, right? You don't want to report that you only have, 3 million volume if you're trying to compete with someone who has 300 million volume. Like you gotta boost it up there, buddy. You gotta be like 85, 90, 100, Pick up the pace a little bit over the course of the time, and then you'll be showing 150. MEX itself, I think, shows something like 3 billion, right? They don't even list it on CoinCheckup because they're like, it's fucking bullshit. So they won't even list it, right? CoinMarketCap will list it. I think now they put like an asterisk next to it, and they're like, this may not be real, or I don't know, something like that. Like calculated and then adjusted. Litecoin, Litecoin 19. Yeah, that trade went the wrong way for me. LTCM. That's too bad. This was supposed to be a short. And it became very long. Ay. Brutal. Oh, that's Knowles. What the hell's going on here? LTC, right? M? Is that not what I did? Look at that. Ugh. It's awful. It's okay. It's okay. So we were talking earlier today, about this move, right? This correction coming down. We're saying, oh, finally, you know what I mean? We'll get a good pullback here. That'll be great. And so somebody was saying like, it's down here. There's nowhere where it'll find resist. Oh my God, coffee. Thank you. Fresh coffee. And I'm looking at, I pulled the chart up. I was like, let me look at this real quick because that doesn't seem right. And there's this level that we're at right now because I'll show you in 1 second. So this right here, right, and this right here, right, that's just a big flip, right? This is resistance, right? You broke through, you came down, and then you found support. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for me, this was definitely an area of interest. And I thought that, you know, if we're coming down hard from here, right, then it would make sense to hesitate over here. So I was looking for confirmation, and I got it on the lower time frame, but you know now we're on the daily, and of course my confirmation candle was just a wick, which, you know, had I been a little bit more patient, I wouldn't have executed the trade because look at where it closed, right? And then immediately goes up, you know, it goes against me. It's ridiculous. But that being said, look at where it tapped down on. I mean, like to the dollar or set. Right, 382. Perfect 382. Perfect 382 smash. Perfect. But a 382 is really not much. However, in the course of an uptrend, right, we can look and see what we've done. So like this move right here, that was a 382. Let's see the next low. Don't really, just like straight up. There's like no real pullback. This is like the next pullback. So this pullback, if we took it just from the move, right, the low, really the low before the high. So it's really like this one ish. So here would be what? A 5. Close to the 50. Close to the 50. All right, so a 382, I mean, we've had it in the past. Another 382, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like enough. I mean, but, you know, whatever. That's good support for sure. It's good support. You got a big wick, smash, candle opens, big push. I mean, that's fantastic. You know, that's great. That's great. I'm looking at this box right here as an area that, you know, we really blew past and didn't really come down and retest. And so that was like, you know, basically like that right there, this big mammer jammer, which just so happens to coincide with the 5 and right on the 618. So this area is the next area. So this is why, this is like the mentality, right? This is why I went with a short. So for me, right, I liked the setup, and it was an easy setup, right? So you're either short to down here first, profit target, and then down here, right? Or you're stopped out, which is right here, like 16,138. So, you know, it's a pretty clear distinction, right? You're either long or you're short. Like there is no real like, oh, but what if, like, nah, no need to overcomplicate it. All right, but if we're looking, let me do this, and we do that, we say, all right, well, that's a perfectly reasonable candle and still be short. Okay? So, like, I'm not going to get shook out of the trade yet, right? Because I'm not invalidated on my idea yet. You know what I'm saying? But once I do get invalidated on the idea, then it's go time. Oh, boy. So, yeah, this is Litecoin right here. Crushing it. Look at Neo. Look at Neo go. Look at that. Get up there. Get up there. That's what I'm talking about. All right, cool. Litecoin. Yeah. So in any event, I'm short. However, that being said, it doesn't mean that it's right. This is an excellent area, I think, in my opinion, support resistance. So finding support right there is good. A healthy pullback makes sense. So a 382 is a pullback enough. And you know what? If it didn't like hit it right on the nose, then I might be like, yeah, it could probably still go down. Which it can. It could still easily calm down. But so far, it's looking like it certainly wants to ride the storm back up. So a minor pullback at the 382 instead of a healthy pullback to the 618. All right, cool. What do we got? Myth. Oh, boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Mithril. Mithril. Okay. Well, this is one hell of a chart here. Jeez. Let's see. Down swing. So bottom. All right. So we maintained our low. So that's good. Looks like we pulled up. So this is that pattern we've been looking for, kind of, for the most part, if we avoid this guy. Right, so low, right, high, higher, low. This should be a swing fail, and it wasn't. So disregard all the micro and just go low, high, right, lower. No, you have to use it. So really, you got a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high, and then a lower low or double bottom, which is what we got right here. The doodle boodle. Yes, like that. All right. So then, right, you look for where's price struggling, or you go with that first drop, right? So the first drop is right here, although we didn't count it because of the micro trend, but it would have been right here, which actually coincides with this struggle, right? Resistance, 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 resistance. Buy it. Smash it. Take it. All right? And then you got that. To crossover, right? So then targets, you're looking for the 1618 from the actual to the actual, right? What you got. Look, see now that's, man, freaking found this a few days late, guys. But this is, that's the move, man. That is the move, right? That trade seems to work. That's setup. So, find them, trade them, and tell your friends about them. All right, if you took it, shit, 75%. It's one hell of a trade right there. It's fantastic. And very low risk, right? Because you just throw your stop right here. You know what I mean? If you go lower, you're out. You know, just like forget about it. But if you're in, you're in. And look, 1, 2, 3, 4 days. And who cares about the wick, right? As long as your order gets hit. So 955, you're like, wow, whatever. I'll sell it 950 or 945 or 949, whatever. I'm front running it. Bang, I'm out of here. This candle actually went up to 968. Pretty good. Pretty good. BTT. BTC. Oh, this is like extreme low sat, man. You can't trade this on Bitcoin. This is just a bad idea. And where's the history? Freaking BitTorrent. Killing me, dude. Killing me. There's nothing we could do with this. Adios mio. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well, more historical than fibs. We didn't quite hit the 5 on the retrace. All right, we hit the historical over here. Historical, smash. Came down historical right here. All right, whatever. And then whatever. And then now support, right? So you flipped it, although not great, right? It wasn't great resistance right here. But this is more interesting. So two things are going to happen here. Don't mind this upper trend. It's not confirmed. But you'd be looking at doing this, right? Either doing that, right, and bounce around this channel for a little while, or break south, because this is valid, right? That trend is valid. Or break south, right, and work your way back to this trend and just, trend trade until something changes. So you could, well, that is that. So you could come down like to this ballpark here, maybe find some resistance or support. I mean, possibly find some support in that zone. You could be looking at like a 127 if it's further downside. Now, if what happens is you do come up here and you find resistance, right? If you validate this trend, right, then you might just ping pong inside of this channel, until there's a breakout play, similar to what we have right here. This would be a breakout, a retest, and then a push, right? So it is possible. Volume looked like it was doing pretty well, and then it's died off in the last like week or so. And you got a couple upticks in the last few days, but nothing compared to where it was over here. Far more interest when it was listed. Justin Sun was going like, "Woo, BTT, baby," and people were listening. And then they just dumped their bags on everybody, which is just a horrible thing. It's a horrible, horrible, horrible thing. All right, cool. Well, I think we had a good talk today, guys. I hope you got something out of it. I'm not sure what. Maybe you question life for a little while. Come back with some rays of sunshine and some pina coladas. Who knows? I don't know. But, we didn't even cover the freaking candle. All right, let's cover the candle and then we'll wrap it up. Holy mackerel. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Opened up at 82.39, hit a high of 87.38, a low of 81.80, closed it out 86.97, which netted us $458.42, or 5.56%. Delicious. Within trend over here on the daily, we have reached our point of pattern recognition. We do have ignition on our trade. Okay, so if we move our little guy over here like that. Oh boy, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, where's my magnet? There we go. I should probably do that on the 4 hour. Anyway, price came up, made a high, made a higher low, made another higher high, another higher low, made a higher high, invalidated the prior low right here. Okay, so swing fail to the downside, came back up with a nice push right here, not enough, swing fail to the down, swing fail to the down, right? Both sides down. We ended up pushing back up, came back down, made ourselves a higher high, local trend starting to go up. Right here, we got a very nice candle, very bullish candle, very good, right? Good volume, increase, but not over average. Price is now starting to come down. Now, it could be a retest of the larger pattern, which is this chart is disgusting. Which is not on this chart either. Is it? No, you wouldn't be able to see it anyway. Anyway, there's a wedge in here somewhere, and it's very large. Ah, jeez, you can't see anything on here. All right, forget it. Okay. So, in any event, yes, we did break out of a upper channel, so we could be doing a few things right here. If we come back for a retest, that could be the selling right now. Come back, grab a retest, push off it, maintain support, and then you're looking to target. Your first target here has got to be over 88.37. Then you're looking for 90.90, right? That would be a win. For me, I will be in this trade until it's invalidated. So, see how the 886 turned to a 932? So it's less pretty, I guess you could say. It's just less, it's less cool. There we go. All right, so now targets have shifted a little bit, but that's okay. So first target down is this guy right here, and it's 82.69. Second target, 618. And that's usually a wrap, right? These are extended targets, right? You target the C or the A, right? But if they're super close to each other and one has like confluence, right? Just target one, right? Now your C will always be a 1-to-1 based off of where the fib goes, so it's like whatever. And then you're looking at a 127, a 1414, and a 1618, which confluence is, you see that orange line right there? Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see what it is? I know it's hard to see. It's hard to see. 90.90. Low of trend. Okay? Low of trend, height of trend, pullback. Pullback. Check it out. It's right here. Where is it? 382. The 382 pullback that we just talked about on Litecoin being a light pullback. If we got a 382 pullback on this upper move for Bitcoin, that brings Bitcoin's price down to 68.12, which is confluence with the 1618 off of the bearish bat pattern. Confluence, right? So even though high strike rate at the 382 and the 618, if this is really looking like it's pounding, you know, then essentially I'll be targeting the 382. That would be ideal. That would also cover the 7.2 right here gap that was left from the CME that we still haven't filled yet. And it would really just kind of help the actual trend, the health of the trend. Now, you know me, I still want to double check this 55-56 zone, and I'd be perfectly fine getting back to 44. But, you know, well, I don't know if that's in the cards. For now, this is what I got. Now, if it's invalidated, of course, it's got a head up, swing past X, and then it's, you know, it's clearly invalidated. And then we're looking for resistance at 89.48 would be our first level of resistance, right? And then, of course, 90.90, right? You want to be able to break 90.90, push up past it, and get yourself to the next target level, 99.48. All right? Right. Good. All right, everybody. Good talk. Good talk. Stay safe. You know, be careful. All that great stuff. Oh, need more coffee. Woo! All right. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate it. I want to see you guys on the exchanges, and happy trading.